guys, what's going on? Jonny Fashion here from the Main Event Podcast, proudly hosted at Podbean, our own Podbean site. It's That Wrestling Club time, and I'm very, very late on this. I realize that it's well into February. This is January's box, and I never did an unboxing. I was just so swamped with the launching of the podcast, and I just could not get around to it. I know what's in this box, but I'm going to show you anyway. I think it's important, and I've gotten a couple of requests that are like, "Hey, I know she didn't do an unboxing this month, or last month." So I'm going to do an unboxing for this, even though I feel like it's well past its due date, and I'm sure that everybody knows what's in this box. But I'll show you anyway if you subscribe to me and only me, and not anybody else that does unboxings. But anyway, yeah, update on the podcast. Podcast is going great. You guys can check us out at maineventpodcast.podbean.com. And that's Maine with an E for the state of Maine. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that or not, but it's one of the 50 states, legit. So that's where myself and my partner in crime, Big Bad Harmon, reside in the great state of Maine, vacation land, the way life should be. If you guys ever get a chance, want to come up to Maine, please do. I wouldn't recommend right now. We're in the middle of a nor'easter, so we're getting a ton of snow this winter. But summer's great. So come up in the summer when it's nice and safe and cool and awesome. If you love skiing or snowboarding or snowmobiling, sure, come up now, but I don't do any of that garbage. I just snowblow and shovel, and it's really depressing. But thankfully, I have That Wrestling Club to keep me sane, and the podcast. So listen to the podcast. If you guys want to sign up for That Wrestling Club, go to thatwrestlingclub.com and sign up. Big announcement, they just got some WWE licensed tees. They've got a deal somehow, some awesome way how they got a hookup with some deal with there's going to be official WWE licensed t-shirts in the crates now. So nobody else is doing that besides Slam Crate. So get in on it. It's fantastic. So let's dive in to this without further ado. This is January's box. And again, I know what's in here, and maybe you do too. But here we go. We've got an awesome British Bulldog Davey Boy Smith shirt. I was a huge British Bulldog fan back in the day. I loved his braids. I had a big poster on my wall, all the way through high school, and some of my other friends who were into real sports, like football and baseball and basketball and stuff, they'd come over to the house and they'd be like, What's the deal with the British guy in the tights with the braids? What's that guy all about? I'm like, oh, he's a pro wrestler, he's the British Bulldog. And of course they'd be like, well, that's fake, right? Lame. Anyway. Elite figure. Woo! Finn Balor. This was a highly sought after figure. This is pretty great that Wrestling Club's doing Elites now. And I believe this is the first time that they did Elites. And I got a Finn Balor. And look at that. He's facing the wrong way in the package to kind of show off his back paint. Very cool. I'm a huge Finn Balor fan. I have a Finn Balor Elite. Not this one. The last series, I believe, that they did. So this is very cool. Let's see, who else was in the series? Cena, Sheamus, Rusev, Booker T, and Stevie Ray. I would have been happy with either of those. I did talk to Big Bad Harmon. I think he got John Cena. He always gets John Cena, and I always get Finn Balor. It's weird how that works. I would have been happy with any of those guys. The Sheamus one looks sick. But yeah, I got Finn Balor. This is pretty badass. We have a DVD next. It's the Best of Deathmatch Wrestling, Volume 3, the legendary Japanese tournament. The one that started it all. Oh boy. I've said before, I'm not the biggest DVD guy in crates. It's probably my least favorite. item in any crate, not just this one, but just any crate. Just because I don't know, I just don't watch a ton of DVDs. You know, I've got the network and I've got Netflix and Hulu and everything online, so it's like effort for me to pop in a DVD. But this is cool. I mean, it's a cool collector's item. Again, I think that wrestling club's kind of done this a couple times where they've added some Mick Foley, Japanese stuff in there, and it's not my favorite. I'm not like too much into the blood and gore, hardcore stuff. Call me a wuss all you want, but I don't know. I'm not really into it. So, I don't know. I don't know if I'll watch this or not, but it's cool enough, you know, for a collector's item. Up next, we got they're doing these cards now. That's pretty dope. It's a cross between the Hulkster and Kevin Owens. His name is Heaven Ogan. That's pretty cool. That's neat. The artwork on this is just out of this world. It's from Chris Madison, and he's fantastic. He did the Gangrel picture. He did last month's card of Undertaker and Nakamura. So, great artist and really cool, innovative thing. Some other people are doing cards too, but some other crate services, but nothing like this. This art is above and beyond better than anything I've seen. So, we've got a comic. I don't think this is the same comic as last time, even though it says like #1 on it. But these Boom Studios comics are very cool. I remember the last one I got had an Undertaker cover, which is actually worth kind of a lot of money, which I didn't realize until I looked it up. But this just looks kind of like a single issue, but it's very cool. It's Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and Triple H on the cover. It's cool, man. I like these. These are pretty cool. I'm not like the biggest comic book guy, but I try to be, and I'm going to try and get into these because they're into wrestling. So, and that's it, really. No autograph this month because of this guy, I believe. But I'm cool with that. That Elite figure is pretty boss. And, of course, you know, we've just got, like, the card that says what everything is in there. And they're doing, like, they're going to be at... Where is it? WrestleCon. Michael's going to be at WrestleCon of that wrestling club. So if you're down in that area in Orlando, swing by, see him, You can meet Mean Gene, Kevin Nash, and Al Snow. So just a quick recap. We got the comic, got the KO and Hulk Hogan card. We got the Deathmatch, Best of Deathmatch DVD. Finn Balor Elite figure. God, that's sharp looking. So cool. And British Bulldog tee, which is really, really awesome. I don't think I have a Bulldog tee. So that's it, guys. Sorry again it was so late, but like I said, just really been just elbow deep in the podcast world. Doing a couple. I've been like a guest on other podcasts as well, Top Rope Reports, Top of the Morning podcast, and Inked Geeked Studios podcast as well. So just been kind of traveling around doing the podcast circuit, and also putting out our own main event podcast. So please go to main event podcast.podbean.com or go to facebook.com/maineventpod. Follow us on Twitter at maineventpod. Follow me on Twitter at Jonny Fashion. Follow Big Bad Harmon on Twitter at Harmon316. And I think that's probably it. I think that's all the plugs. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Give us a listen. Rate, review, subscribe, comment, share. Donate to our donate button. If you want to give us a couple bucks, go to Podbean, maineventpodcast.podbean.com. There's a donate button there if you guys want to throw us a couple bucks. Keep us going. Every little bit helps. So if not, if you just want to listen for free, that's cool too. I'm all about it. I don't know. Peace out, y'all.